Welcome to our channel, where we dive into the darkest corners of the world to bring you spine-chilling tales. Tonight we're venturing into the chilling realm of haunted hospitals, places where life and death once intertwined and where restless spirits now wander the halls. We'll be exploring 3 hospitals with especially gruesome pasts, each more terrifying than the last. We'll uncover the stories behind the hauntings, the patients who never left, and the paranormal activity that continues to plague these sites. Turn off the lights, sit back, and prepare to be terrified. These are the stories of hospitals forever marked by death, hospitals where the patients never checked out, and the patients who never truly died. Our journey begins in the desolate hills of Kentucky, at the Waverly Hills Sanatorium, a place shrouded in mystery and steeped in sorrow. Built in 1910, Waverly Hills was meant to be a beacon of hope for tuberculosis patients, a sanctuary where they could find solace and treatment. But hope soon turned to despair as the disease ravaged its victims, and the death toll at Waverly Hills climbed higher and higher, casting a dark shadow over the institution. Imagine, if you will, the despair in this place, the overwhelming sense of hopelessness that permeated the air, the sound of endless coughing echoing through the halls, the stench of sickness clinging to the walls, creating an atmosphere of perpetual dread. Picture the doctors, masked and helpless, their eyes reflecting the fear they couldn't express as they battled an invisible enemy. Imagine the patients, their bodies wasting away, their hopes fading with each labored breath, as they clung to the faintest glimmer of survival. It's said that at the peak of the epidemic, a body was removed from Waverly Hills every single day, a grim testament to the relentless grip of the disease. The staff, overwhelmed and ill-equipped, resorted to using a body chute, a tunnel where the deceased was secretly whisked away to conceal the true extent of the horror, a macabre solution to an unending problem. Today, Waverly Hills stands abandoned, a decaying monument to suffering and death, its walls whispering tales of sorrow and loss. But the spirits of those who perished within its walls are said to still linger, their restless souls unable to find peace. Shadowy figures glide down darkened corridors, their moans echoing through the empty rooms, a haunting reminder of the past. There are stories of a young girl named Mary, a patient who succumbed to the disease, her presence still felt by those who visit. Visitors claim to hear her laughter echoing through the halls, a chilling reminder of the life tragically cut short, a ghostly echo of innocence lost. Then there's room 502, a room shrouded in a palpable sense of dread where the air feels thick with sorrow. It's said that a pregnant nurse, driven to despair after contracting tuberculosis, took her own life in this very room, her spirit forever bound to the place of her demise. Visitors report feeling an overwhelming sense of sadness and despair, as if the nurse's anguish still permeates the walls, a lingering testament to her tragic end. But the most unsettling presence at Waverly Hills is said to be that of a malevolent entity, lurking in the shadows, watching, waiting, feeding off the fear and pain. Some say it's the spirit of a former patient, driven mad by the horrors he witnessed, his soul forever trapped in a cycle of torment. Others believe it's something far more sinister, something that feeds off the pain and suffering that still saturate this forsaken place, a dark force that thrives in the shadows. Whatever the truth may be, Waverly Hills Sanatorium remains a place of palpable darkness, a chilling reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of death, a place where the past and present intertwine in a haunting dance of shadows. Our next stop takes us to the outskirts of Berlin, Germany, to the sprawling complex of Beelitz-Heilstatten Hospital. Built in the late 19th century, Beelitz-Heilstatten was once a state-of-the-art medical facility, but like Waverly Hills, its legacy is forever stained by death and despair. During World War I, Beelitz-Heilstatten served as a military hospital, its halls overflowing with wounded soldiers. Imagine the cries of agony, the smell of antiseptic mixed with blood, the constant fear that lingered in the air. A young soldier named Adolf Hitler, wounded in battle, was treated within these very walls. It's a chilling thought, the future dictator recovering in a place now synonymous with suffering and death. Years later, during World War II, the hospital again became a battleground, its buildings scarred by bombs and bullets. After the war, Belitz Heilstatten fell under Soviet control and continued to operate as a hospital until its closure in 1994. But the decades of suffering and death have left an indelible mark on Belitz Heilstatten. The sprawling complex, now partially reclaimed by nature, is a haunting reminder of the horrors that unfolded within its walls. Visitors and staff have reported strange occurrences, unexplained noises and chilling apparitions. Footsteps echo through deserted corridors, whispers seem to emanate from the walls themselves, and shadowy figures flit past windows gone in the blink of an eye. One of the most well-known stories from Belitz Heilstatten is that of the headless doctor. Legend has it that a doctor, driven mad by the horrors he witnessed, went on a murderous rampage, decapitating patients before finally meeting a gruesome end himself. Visitors claim to have seen his headless form roaming the grounds, a rusty scalpel still clutched in his spectral hand. Others whisper of a ghostly nurse, her uniform stained with blood, who wanders the halls, searching for patients she can no longer help. Belitz Heilstatten stands as a chilling testament to the enduring power of the past, a place where the echoes of suffering and death continue to reverberate through the years. The walls seem to hold memories, and the air is thick with the weight of history. Every corner, every shadow, tells a story of pain and loss, making it a place where the past is never truly gone. Chapter 3. Old Changi Hospital, the Hospital of Screams. Our final destination takes us to the Southeast Asian island of Singapore, to the infamous Old Changi Hospital. Shrouded in mystery and steeped in a dark history, Old Changi Hospital is considered by many to be one of the most haunted places in the world. Built in 1935, Old Changi Hospital served as a British military hospital during World War II. But when Singapore fell to the Japanese, the hospital was transformed into a prisoner of war camp, its once sterile halls becoming a living hell. Imagine the terror that gripped the prisoners within these walls. Picture the cramped, filthy cells, the stench of fear and despair, the constant threat of torture and death. The Japanese soldiers were notorious for their brutality, and countless souls perished within the hospital's walls, their screams forever etched into the very fabric of the building. One of the most chilling stories from Old Changi Hospital is that of the Tokoloshe, a malevolent spirit from Zulu folklore. It's said that the Japanese soldiers, desperate to break the spirits of the prisoners, brought in a shaman to summon the Tokoloshe. This creature, a grotesque and powerful entity, is said to have tormented the prisoners, driving men into madness and death. Even today, visitors claim to feel an oppressive presence within the hospital, a sense of being watched by something ancient and evil. There are countless stories of paranormal activity at Old Changi Hospital. People have reported seeing ghostly figures wandering the halls, their eyes hollow, their bodies bearing the marks of torture. Unexplained screams and moans echo through the empty corridors, sending chills down the spines of even the most hardened skeptics. One of the most haunted areas of the hospital is said to be the operating theatre. It's here that countless surgeries were performed, many without anesthetic, the screams of the patients echoing through the halls. Visitors claim to have witnessed surgical instruments moving on their own as if guided by unseen hands. Old Changi Hospital stands as a chilling reminder of the horrors of war and the enduring power of human cruelty. It's a place where the veil between the living and the dead seems to thin, a place where the past refuses to stay buried. The echoes of history resonate through its decaying walls, whispering tales of suffering and sorrow to those who dare to listen. The hospital's eerie ambience is further amplified by its state of disrepair, with rusted signs and overgrown vegetation adding to the sense of abandonment and desolation. Paranormal investigators frequently visit Old Changi Hospital, setting up night vision cameras and other equipment in hopes of capturing evidence of the supernatural. Some have claimed to capture ghostly apparitions on camera, while others have recorded unexplained phenomena that defy logical explanation. Visitors often describe a sudden drop in temperature, a chill that seeps into their bones, as if the spirits of the past are reaching out to them. As dawn breaks over Old Changi Hospital, the shadows recede, but the haunting memories remain, a testament to the enduring legacy of this haunted place. Thank you for joining us on this terrifying journey through some of the world's most haunted hospitals. We've explored the dark histories and chilling tales of Waverly Hills Sanatorium, Belitz Heilstatten Hospital and Old Changi Hospital, places where the echoes of suffering and death continue to haunt the halls. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more spine-tingling stories. We're always on the hunt for the most terrifying tales from around the world, so be sure to let us know in the comments if you have any suggestions for future videos. Until next time, stay safe and keep an eye out for the things that go bump in the night. Sweet dreams.